Hello, everybody. Hello. Go around the table and say your name, please. You don't need to do that. I think this is going to be it. We're running a little late, so if anybody comes in, they come in. Would you believe I think this is the 14th show and tell that we're doing? Still seems to be heavily digital though, but I'm doing my best to kind of cast the net out far and wide. You know the sort of order of the day. We'll just be taken through a little of what's the website team's done and a little bit of what we've done. If you ever want to present anything, just put your details in the spreadsheet. If you don't know where, just ask me. But without further ado, I think we'll get started on today's session. Feel free to ask questions in the team. Hand over to your team. Should we go first?
Is that me?
Yep.
Great.
Just inherit and drive.
Drive.
Okay.
So we're going to talk about www across the board. We're going to go on to short URL creator. Because I've got a demo which requires switching things around a bit, I'm going to sort of do the best together. Then jump to the homepage. Next. So what we've got at the moment is www not across the board. Basically, when you go to www.christianaid and you've got the old site, which we all love, but I'm trying to slowly get rid of. Because the old site is still there and we're gradually transitioning to the new site, we've had to create a new domain name called www2, which we get up with saying, it's a long person. That's one of the main reasons we're changing it. No, we're changing it because it confuses users. It confuses Google, gives us poor SEO ratings, potentially, and also it's no good at all for the new homepage, which is coming very, very soon, which we'll talk about as well. So the last thing we want is a new homepage on www2. Could do it with a redirect from www, but it's not a good way to go about doing things. We've also got other new sites like program.christianaid, or the PDP site, which again they're all on some things. Not great user experiences as they switch around. So we are very close to going to the www soon across the board. Literally, the current plan, we thought we could do it this week, but there's a couple of little teething problems. We're hoping to do it on Monday. Put this live. I'll get into the detail in the middle in a minute. The main thing to see is that we've still got our three websites, which are still the sites as they exist now, hosted on Microsoft ASP, which sits in Attender, Data Center. PPP is still going to be a separate site initially for the moment, but we are talking about merging it later. The new Drupal site, they're all three separate servers, but we put in front this thing called Proxy, which is done using something called Nginx. And so the user's computer never directly connects to the backend servers. It instead only sees www or christianaid.org.uk without the www, we'll get there as well. But basically the user's computer will see everything as www. This is the theory. I'm going to show you in a demo if it's possible. In order to achieve that, what this clever bit in the front does, it's very thin in terms of it doesn't add any significant processing time to sort of getting to your pages and returning pages to the user. But all it really does is look at the path that people are trying to access. So if they're trying to access, basically, and then we're using these backend selection rules. So if we're trying to access /emergencies, which is the main section we've created on the new site at the moment, the reverse proxy looks at the path that says /emergencies, great, I know that's on the new site, and sends all the messages back to Drupal. Drupal passes its responses back, and the user is happy. Coming very soon, if the user just goes to / the top level, that will also be directed to Drupal on the back end. There's a few paths you might not think about, not sort of obvious user-facing paths, but /admin, /user. all the files are stored in a /sites/default/files in Drupal. So those paths need to be part of the rules that tell this reverse proxy, let's go to Drupal for this. And mysteriously, a couple of new pages /change the story and /harvest have sort of crept in. And the reason I highlight these is not because it's wrong, but it does cause us problems. Because we have to have rules that tell us which of the servers to go to. If one of our editors adds a nice new page with change the story and we don't know about it, then there's a fair chance that our reverse proxy won't know about it. And so it won't have a rule to say go to Drupal for that. And instead it will end up going to the bottom path, which is default, everything else it doesn't know about. But it'll go to the old site. And strangely enough, that new change the story page is not on the old site, so they'll get not found. So this is why we're starting to get quite strong about how we set these page names. And
would that include the new product we're talking about, Gardens? Gardens do good. Yeah, Gardens do good.
Yes.
Rather friends, they will sit in that top section.
Gardens do good is a path I've never heard of, so you can assume that that sits in the we don't know about it, so it'll go to the other side.
Yeah, nothing's been built.
Unless we have a conversation.
So we just have to tell you if you're doing it.
Well, no, it's more than that. We will be working to try and keep these paths in a very structured way. So we may be imposing a top level to many of the paths in order to make sure we don't have to add new rules for every single page.
So /emergencies/important, and then we auto generate it based on the item.
Or the next big section we're talking about is campaigns, so /campaigns for that. We really have to work out the information architecture that we want to. That might be appropriate, because we set up a rule for /fundraising, and though we do have to be careful that hasn't really been used on the old site, and we still want to get back to the old site.
And we also need to make sure it fits in with the larger sitemap that we've been working on. So we have already had a bit of a conversation about Gardens.
So we are going to start to sound a bit dictatorial in terms of how we set paths and things, but it's for a very good reason. In the middle, anything that's /program policy practice will go to the PvP site. And yes, we did carefully choose that at the start, but if we set up that site in that way with everything starting /program policy practice, specifically because we had this vision in mind even 6 months ago when we were creating that site. Yeah, and the final point there about anything that's not in the rules will go to the old site. And that does at the moment include, as anyone who's sort of looked around the old site is probably aware, it includes thousands of random paths that have been set up over the years, including lots of short URLs. That's important, and we'll get on to that in just a moment, because short URLs, if we start creating lots of short URLs on the existing domain, christianity.uk, then unless we put in a rule in the reverse proxy for every one of these, they're not going to get to the new website. So, go to the next slide. Go to the next slide. What's got a slide for the URLs?
It's been normal to go past the feature one. Next.
Everyone can just type in browsers.
What's after that one?
Are they in?
Well,
Bring it up.
well, we'll be switching over to my machine next anyway, so maybe I can see if I can get this up.